Hi, I'm Nicole Tyson, and you're watching another edition of I'm Making It Happen. And today we are here in Frederiksted, St. Croix, outside of ITIBA LLC. We're going to speak to Yoki Hanley and talk to her about the mindset she was able to maintain and some of the disciplines she was able to implement to continue to make it happen. So come with me, let's meet Yoki. So thank you so much, Yoki, for being with us.
Thank you.
I know Yoki is your name. Yoki,
yes.
Is that your real name? I know inquiring minds want to know, is that your nickname or is that your birth name?
That is my good government name.
Really?
Yes.
That's a cool name.
Thank you. My mother never liked to have normal names for her children. So where Yoki actually comes from, Dr. Martin Luther King's daughter, Yolanda King, he used to call her Yoki. That was her nickname.
Okay.
And so my mother heard it, fell in love with it,
Yoki.
and decided to name me Yoki.
So, I mean, this is fabulous. ITIBA Beauty, that's your website, itibabeauty.com.
Yes, it is.
Great. And you do natural products.
Yeah, I do natural skincare. I started this 16 years ago. I got into the natural skincare industry 16 years ago when my fifth daughter was born. When she was born, she was very allergic to all the store-bought products.
So how did you figure out it was the skin?
You know, I started to pay attention really to when she would have her episode. Her skin would just become very inflamed and red. I started to investigate with the soaps and realized that almost all the commercial soaps that we buy have detergents and synthetic materials in them.
Even the baby soap?
Even the baby soap. Even the baby soap, because it's cheaper. So anytime you look on the back of a soap and you see sodium tallowate, that means that it's an animal fat that's being used. And so I said, you know what? I need to do something better for my child. So I went and decided to research. My father had already instilled in us great respect for Bush, and decided to use what he had in the yard to make my first soap, and that's what I did. First soap didn't come out right because I didn't balance everything, but the second set was perfect. Bathed my daughter in it, and the rest, as they say, is history.
So when you bathed her in it, what was the result?
Relief.
Wow.
I didn't have to deal with a crying child anymore because she was literally crying every night and I couldn't figure out why.
Wow.
And at the time I was working at the post office and I had shift work. So it was like I was going in for either 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, and so that was difficult to have to deal with, you know, because you're not really getting to sleep, you have a crying infant.
You're worried and concerned.
Exactly, and then I was spending so much money at the doctor. But when I gave her, I could almost picture when I gave her the bath, it was like she actually enjoyed it.
Really?
Yeah, and it was such a big difference. I was like, oh, thank you, God.
Wow, that's
you
amazing.
know? Yeah, you know, so I was very happy. And so now I had this dilemma, so to speak, because I had all this extra soap that was a little too much for my family to use. Okay. And so I started to give it away. And then I remember one friend said, no man, you need to start selling this because this is too good for you to just be giving away.
So how long after you were giving it away
that I started selling?
Yeah.
Probably within the year, because who also was pushing me to sell it was my late husband as well, because he was like, you really need to sell this soap because it's that good. And he was also pushing it. He was like my biggest supporter.
Oh,
yeah.
Hear that.
Thank you.
You started then, 16 years ago, and how has it evolved?
Well, the evolution of ITIBA, it didn't start out as ITIBA. It was named after the same fifth child, Sila.
Okay.
And so that was very successful. I actually left my job at the post office to run this business full time. So I left my job in 2003. I had gotten into carambola at the time, which was amazing. This small company was able to do the amenities for a 4-star hotel. So it wasn't too long after that. Like I said, I left my job in 2003. My husband was murdered in 2004, and I lost my first business in 2005. So that was like 1, 2, 3.
What do you mean your first business?
My first business was, like I said, was named after my daughter, Sila Soaps and Sundries. And if it's one thing I learned is that you never make any major life decisions when you're going through a major life change. Okay. So I lost my husband. I'd given birth to our last child 2 months after he died, and taken on partners about 4 months after he passed. So yeah, so it wasn't an easy time. And the taking on the partners is what caused me to lose the business. You know.
And what about, is there anything that you can say that anyone can learn from in regards to what you mean?
Definitely, like I said, once you see that you're going through a very traumatic period in time in your life, you take that time to deal with it. You know, don't let anything or anybody rush you to feel that you have to make a decision immediately. And read every single thing that comes in front of you. So that was my mistake. I didn't do that. And like I said, I had to walk away. And so I was literally starting over with nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean nothing, like a newborn baby just being born.
So wait, so you're the one who created everything. How could you have to walk away?
Again, you read everything that's put in front of you. And that was where my mistake was. I didn't do that. And that was something that was very out of character for me. I learned a valuable lesson from that, because if it's one thing that I did learn from my former business partners, they were like, there's no such thing as friends and family in business. So out of that whole thing, that's what I took with it and waited my time. And then in 2009, ITIBA was born.
And so even though that happened, she is big, still big. So it doesn't matter what happens, it's what you do with what
exactly.
happens to you.
That's exactly correct. That is exactly correct.
So that's what I get from talking to you.
Yes.
And basically, you had all the knowledge. It didn't take anything from you in that moment in regards to your knowledge, your experiences you had. And so, like you said, you just had to wait and then relaunch it in a different way. So
exactly.
How did you come up with the name ITIBA?
I wanted to pay homage to my late husband and to my children. They are half Puerto Rican, and their father was also half Taino. He was from Vieques. His father was a descendant of the Taino people. So in the Taino religion, ITIBA Kahubaba is there. She's part of their creation story. So they believe that from her 4 sons came forward and populated the earth. So she is considered Mother Earth. And then, of course, I needed to pay homage to their African side, which is me. So that's where the Sankofa came from. But also, if you look in like the petroglyphs in St. John, you'll notice that there's similar markings to the Sankofa. So and that predates when Columbus came here, when the Africans were brought here as slaves. So you have to wonder the connectivity of the entire world.
These are some of her products here, the body butters. We have here hair and body serum. What's a serum? Okay, so a serum is an oil-based product. These are a special blend of oils that me and my eldest daughter actually created because she needed something to help tame the frizz and not leave the hair smelling wild and be light as well. So she actually, and here is her thing. So she came up with the oils that would work best. Cool. I combined the oils for skin that I knew would work best because I wanted to have a multifunction product. And so that's how we came up with the serums. That's amazing.
Thank you.
For the hair.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to try this.
What a lot of people don't realize is that all these products, including fragrances, are things that I make from scratch. I use whole, unrefined, natural oils. I try to use oils that are minimally processed.
This is amazing. She has papaya. This is for the hair. It helps with the frizz.
Yes.
We have mango. She even has tranquil sea.
And Carib lime.
And what? Crucian spice.
Yes, midnight rain and Crucian spice.
So you have to try these. I'm gonna have to definitely get one.
Well, the mango butter is one that everybody loves because it also contains, unlike most oils, it actually contains butter in it. And the mango butter is what I have been successful in switching a lot of people from shea butter to using mango butter because it's a lighter butter for the hair and for the body, especially in this climate. And it's actually more moisturizing than both shea and cocoa butter.
Interesting.
Yes.
So we have the lotion here, and then we have this body spray. Also, it's like a, perfume.
It's a mist, and I have it available only in the Carib line because here in the Caribbean we deal with insects.
Yes.
And so the fragrance formula specific for Carib lime is formulated to act as a natural insect deterrent.
And it smells good too.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
So you can beat the insects, the mosquitoes, and smell good at the same time.
Exactly.
So come here and get that as well. I just was thinking, those situations you've been in, the death of your husband, the loss of your business, the first business, and those things, and other things that might have happened. I mean, just emotional and that's traumatic. How are you able to pull yourself out?
Well, first of all, like I said, when my husband died, I was pregnant. I was 7.5 months pregnant with our last child. So I didn't have much of a choice except to move forward because I still had the job and the responsibility of raising our children. And of course, I had this life growing in me. So, I mean, because that was my soul that was taken from me. you know. I had my children who were like, you know, telling me every day, "Mommy, we need you." And that was a good part of it, you know. And then to have that compounded with the business being taken away, it was like, it was a double blow. But I guess part of me just, I couldn't see any other way but to continue. I think the most important thing is, like I said, I have 6 children and 5 of them are girls.
Wow.
And I needed to be able to show to them that just because you're a female and you get hit with life's worst events, that doesn't mean that you give up. You know, that you have to continue forward, because it's difficult out here for a female. Make it doubly worse, a female of color. And I think that's probably what helped me to move forward, is because I needed for them to understand that no matter what life throws at you, you keep going, because eventually you're going to come out on the other side of it.
So is there anything that you want to leave and inspire those that are watching and moving forward in any passions that they may have?
Once you start to put limits on yourself and you start to say, I can't do this, then you can't do it, you know. So say, I can, figure out a way to do it, and if you fail, guess what, you fail. But at least you say you tried, and within that failure, you might have solved a way to actually move to the next level on something else. So that's the key thing, is to always try. Just like you said, passion. Follow your passion. When you want to do something in life, make sure that you have a passion for it, because you will hit trials, you will hit tribulations, you're going to hit the naysayers. But if you have that belief and love for what you're doing, then all of that is going to fall to the wayside, and you're still going to be able to move forward. So find what you love to do in life and figure out a way to turn a dollar from it.
You're a great example, and just want people to see that we have locals here that are making it happen, that are doing the thing, and despite obstacles.
Yeah.
You know?
Thank you.
And they're just inspiring, and we need to get that more out there. And it's like, and you can be that here.
Yes.
If you just think outside the box, you can do it here and be global.
Yes. Especially with technology as it is.
Global ITIBA LLC.
Yes.
And again, I want to thank you for watching I'm Making It Happen. This is Yoki Hanley, ITIBA LLC in Frederickstead, St. Croix, but she's a global company. Make sure you come and get some of her products. She has the butter. We have the serum for the hair, which I'm going to get. And so definitely check her out. So thank you again for watching I'm Making It Happen, and stay tuned for the next big interview.
Hi, I'm Yoki Hanley of ITIBA LLC, and I'm making it happen. Are you?